Have you noticed your skin feeling drier, itchier, or just more irritated lately? Like suddenly your favorite lotion isn't cutting it, you're still just feeling really itchy and dry skin, you're waking up scratching in the middle of the night. Especially if you're entering into the time of perimenopause, like in your 40s, you're a woman in your 40s or early 50s, or you're postmenopausal, and you're navigating that whole roller coaster and journey. You're not alone. Itchy skin is one of the most common symptoms I hear about. I've personally experienced it myself. So today I'm breaking down why perimenopause and menopause cause itchy, sensitive skin and what you can do about it. So let's talk about what's actually happening with your hormones when you're in perimenopause and menopause, and 5 real strategies that you can use starting today to feel better in your own skin. Pardon the pun on that. So stay tuned if you want to learn more about that. You want to stop the itching, boost your skin health, and even start to understand your sleep, your mood, your periods, and all that in relation to perimenopause and menopause. I'm Dr. Shelley Meyer. I'm a functional medicine doctor. I'm a registered dietitian, and I'm a family doctor. And I work every day with perimenopause and menopause in women, or I work with women in perimenopause and menopause. And not only have I seen itchy skin become a very frustrating symptom for my patients, I've also experienced it. And even now, being in postmenopause, I use it as a clue to know that my hormones are off. It's kind of a relentless feeling of creepy, crawly sensation on your skin, or it can be mine is like very itchy on my arms and my lower legs, and I can even just leave marks like scabs after itching it, just because it sounds gross, I know, but just because it can get so itchy. So I want to talk about why it happens, what you can do about it, and how you can deal with it and make it better. But before we get started, I'm so happy you're here. I have hundreds of videos on YouTube about some. I started out with just functional medicine topics in general, a lot of gut health, a lot of hormone health, a lot of metabolic health. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more natural functional solutions especially for perimenopause and menopause, but there's lots of other topics you can look at too. And like and subscribe and share this out so the channel can grow, and that really helps me stick around and helps share the word about perimenopause and menopause and spread the message of balancing hormone health for women, or balancing hormones in women in navigating perimenopause and menopause, because it's often not talked about enough in doctors' offices. It's definitely underrepresented in research settings. So anyway, let's talk about the topic today, which is perimenopause and itchy skin. So let's start with what is behind the itch and understanding that. Let's start by understanding the role of estrogen in your skin health. Estrogen, one of our 2 major hormones that changes during perimenopause. It isn't just about your cycle though. Estrogen is one of the keys to skin hydration, to elasticity. It's very helpful in collagen production to have normal estrogen levels. So when these levels drop or they fluctuate, that's when you can notice some of these symptoms: the dry, flaky, or thinning skin, the reduced natural oils or itching like we're talking about today, especially for me in the lower legs, the arms, upper arms, but it can also happen via like vaginal dryness. So vaginal itching can be a big thing, itching on the neck. I've seen it kind of all over the place. So what can you do? First you want to recognize that the hormone imbalance may be the root of your problem. So you want to get to that root and consider balancing your hormones, looking at your hormones. I have lots of videos on hormone testing. I just did one last week. I have my whole blog, perimenopause.health, and just kind of dive into that, because we have some other ideas here to help, but you want to get to the root cause. So number 2, you want to choose a skin soothing bathing routine, skin protocol. Though the point of the video on the blog is to get to your root cause, you will need steps to help calm while you're working on that, because that's not an instant process. You'll need steps to help calm down your skin while you're working on all of this. So let's talk about a good skin soothing routine. Let's look at things that might irritate your skin when it's in this inflamed, itchy state. So hot water and harsh soaps can cause worsening dryness and irritation for some people. Now, I can take hot baths as long as they're Epsom salt. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But if you're sensitive to the hot water, maybe try a lukewarm shower instead, or limit your showers to under 10 minutes. When you're in the shower, or using like a body wash or a soap, choose fragrance-free natural types. Some of my favorites I'll put in the description. I've included them on my blog on this topic, but like Jason, that natural brand, super affordable, makes a fragrance-free product, a body wash, sensitive skin body wash. Method makes a good body wash called Simply Nourish that doesn't have any fragrance in it, and it's made with shea butter, so it's really soothing to the skin. Another thing is to skip bubble baths. A lot of times bubble bath has a lot of irritants in it. The one that I do like, if you like bubble bath, is Babo. I think it's called Botanicals. Or just look for the most simple one with the least amount of ingredients, with like just the only lavender essential oils in it. So what I like to do actually is do an Epsom salt bath, and I can handle the hot water. That actually makes my skin feel better. For some people it might. And then I'll choose just Epsom salts and lavender or chamomile essential oils to help soothe my skin. So that's an option too. And number 3 would be moisturize strategically and frequently. So that's another, while you're getting to the root cause, you can work on moisturizer and moisturizing the skin. Definitely on the face too, it's helpful when you're losing that skin elasticity, not necessarily for itching. Maybe if your face is itchy, yes, but if you're losing that collagen, that helps too for that. With the estrogen loss and the collagen, moisturizing really helps. So you want to moisturize while your skin is still damp. You want to use products with hyaluronic acid and ceramides. Whole topic on menopausal skincare products I like. I'll link that video. But avoid fragrance and parabens and anything with alcohol as a base. One of my favorite products and brands that I've been using is Coco Kind. I'm not related, or not affiliated, not related. I'm not affiliated to that brand at all, but I really like their Coco Kind Ceramide Barrier Serum. Been using it for like 2 months now, and I really like the way it is on my face and my neck. And it's made a visible difference in my skin. And Coco Kind makes a lot of different products. They started out with some simple stuff. Now they have a lot of different face products. So you could look at that for any of their moisturizing kind of products. I like their retinol blend gel, and they're, like I said, the ceramide based, and the wrinkle cream too, the ceramide based barrier cream or ointment serum. So number 4, consider bioidentical HRT or natural hormone support if your itching is getting really bad. And like I said, that's been one of the signs for me that I needed hormone support. Well, on top of knowing I was in menopause and not sleeping. But when it gets really bad, if it's along with other symptoms in particular, you may want to take a look deeper at your hormone levels, test those hormones. Like I said, I talked about that on my last video, and talk with your provider, maybe if it's safe for you, about bioidentical hormone replacement therapy like estradiol patch or cream, or a biased kind of cream, or a bioidentical progesterone. But if that's not where the path you want to go down, or you're not ready for that, some of my favorite go-to supplements with herbal blends and nutrient blends for balancing hormones are FemGuard Balance by Designs for Health. I also like Hormone Harmony by Happy Mammoth. Happy Mammoth has a few different hormone balancing things, as does Designs for Health. For me, like I said, I use an estradiol patch, or I don't know if I said that, and then I use an oral progesterone that's compounded to be the good formulation without extra ingredients. And when I do that, my itchiness resolves, or when I did that, my itchiness resolves. And when I know when it gets off, that can mean my hormones are out of balance. So for me, itchy skin has been a big part of it, of knowing, or a big part of perimenopause and menopause. And then support your skin resilience with lifestyle nutrition changes. So we don't want to just talk about putting things on it or taking HRT or supplements. Let's heal from within also. So some action steps I have for that are just to make sure you drink half your body weight in ounces of water daily, up to 100 ounces. You don't have to go above that typically, unless you're sweating a lot. You can also use a humidifier. Like if you live in a dry climate like I do in Colorado, that can be super helpful for your skin. You can wear gloves when you're cleaning, and opt for, do safe natural cleaners. And opt for breathable fabrics for your clothes that aren't itchy, like cotton, organic cotton. Also working on collagen, so vitamin C rich foods, citrus and tomatoes and berries and those kind of things rich in vitamin C and glycine. Or you can consider collagen supplementation. I'm going to talk about my top picks for that. I also like omega-3s. Definitely make sure you're eating your walnuts, your chia, your flax, your fish if you eat it. So some of my favorite products for like collagen in particular is Vital Proteins makes a good product. There's also, if you're a vegetarian like I am and you don't do actual animal collagen, there's Ancient Nutrition Vegetarian Collagen you could try. Omegagenics is a great source of omega-3s if you're not getting enough in your diet. I usually recommend 1,000 milligrams of EPA plus DHA when you're talking about omega-3 supplementation. So if you've been dealing with itchy skin during perimenopause or menopause, you could drop the word itch in the comments. Let me know. Let us all know how many of us are dealing with it. Or you could talk about what's frustrating you with that or maybe other symptoms of perimenopause. I really love when a conversation gets started in the comments, and I do look at and respond to comments that I feel are kind and can start a supportive conversation, and that helps us feel like you're not alone. And joining the community helps you feel like you're in more control. Watching these kind of videos, reading the blogs and everything helps you feel more like you're more in control. So you can also head over to drshelleymeyer.com, and link is in the description for any of my free PDFs that are gut and hormone related. And then my blog is perimenopause.help, has lots of blogs with actionable tips on balancing your hormones naturally. Anything from helping your sleep to your mood support, skin, gut, weight changes, all the things we're going through, and how to keep that more balanced and understand what's going on. So thank you so much for watching. I'm very, very happy you're here, and I really appreciate you being here. If you found this helpful, please hit the like button, the subscribe, the bell to be notified when I post new videos. I have some recent blogs that have come out and videos, top 5 menopause skincare products that I'll link. Estrogen dominance blogs, my most recent one on the best DIM supplements. Estrogen dominance is very common and can cause skin problems in perimenopause, so you could check that out. But I thank you for being here for this video. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.